Hey guys, so in today's video I want to introduce to you something called the Sessions Helper. Now what this thing will do is it will pretty much give us some pretty handy functions that we can use all around our application. So to get this started, let's go to helpers and create a new file, and let's save this first and call it sessions helper.ruby. So that's all you need to do there. And what you want to do is you want to call it module sessions helper. So it's a little bit different. We're using module instead of a class to tell you that we can really plug this module into anywhere in the application. So in this module, we're going to define several functions. We're going to define signed in. And what this pretty much does is it checks if the current org person is actually a person. Pretty much it checks whether the user we have is logged in or not. That's why we define the function as signed in with a question mark. It will return true or false of whether there is a person and whether he's signed in or not. And we're going to define another function called redirect back or. Now, I just have this in my notes, but I think we might not use it, but if we do, it's good to know that it's there. And what this pretty much does is it redirects the user after signing in. So if you've ever experienced going to a website and you would go to a website and they will throw you to a login page, and when you log in they will bring you back to the page you're viewing. Well, this is kind of the function that will duplicate that kind of functionality. So that's what the redirect back or is for. It takes you to the redirect to the session return to, because we save the page that you are at, and after you sign in we will delete that return to key. So store location is our third function, and this is what is called when you need to log in. When they throw you to a login page from a page you're viewing at, they have to save that key somewhere. Well, this is the function that you'll call if they need to save the URL that you are at, the page you are at, and then they're throwing you to a login page to have you log in before you can view that page. So this is where your location gets stored. Now this last function gets the company type that a user is associated with. So this is something that we haven't gone into yet. This is actually a function that we'll use way down the line, but I'm just going to add it here just for completeness sake, and when we get to it we'll talk about it again. Pretty much what it does is exactly what the function says: get the company type that the user is associated with. So we're going to have it so that if you're a owner of a grocery store and you have employees and you want to sign up those employees with your grocery store, then those employees are going to have a company that they're associated to. So this would find the company. That's why you have this model or company where the current or person or company ID. So our person will have a company ID associated with them, and we're going to use that ID to find the company that they are working for. So that's what that function is for. Okay, so far so good. Now what I want you to do next is we want this to be accessible everywhere. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go to application controller, and we're just going to include that here. We're just going to include sessions helper, and that's all there is to it. That'll pretty much allow you to use the functions inside anywhere, and we'll show you how to do that in the next video. One thing I want to do before we close up this video is I want to create a new controller for us. So I'm just going to create that offline, and this is kind of an exercise for you if you guys remember how to create some controllers, and I want to fill that in the next video. So why don't you do that as a good exercise? Create a orgs company controller, and it's going to be named orgs companies. controller.rb. So why don't you create that and catch up with us in the next video. Again, please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, and you can leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next video.